Good morning, good morning, good morning. Excuse me. I just had a big sneeze. It's certainly cleared my head. What a glorious morning. Even though there's clouds, there is blue sky. And it feels like there's going to be a wonderful sunny day. Whether there is or not, we will yet find out, won't we? What's the weather like in your end of the woods, neck of the woods, wherever you are? Because it could be your good evening, could still be your Halloween evening. Good morning, Fiona. Here we go. Good morning, Roz Girl, and all around the globe. A good afternoon or a good evening. That's probably what reminded me. And we've got Siberia Cats here on YouTube again. Hey, lovely. Happy Halloween from the Americas. Indiana present. Yes, you are, and it's wonderful to have you here. Thank you. And I'm Boundy, Psychic Medium, bringing you the daily Lenormand card spread readings. Well, yes, today I am using Lenormand, even though I have mentioned before on Saturdays I'd do the Kipper deck. I couldn't remember where I put them. So I've chosen another of my decks that are there, which is, let's go across to the cards. And here they are. It is the run. Oh, I thought I had it angled a little bit differently. Hold on a sec. I just wait. There we go. That's supposed to line up a little bit better like that. What we've got is the Rana George deck. Here we go. Rana George, she created these in the artworks Callie L. French. Beautiful deck. This is the guidebook. This is the container they come in. And here are the 3 cards that we have been given to us by Spirit this morning. The central card is card 30, the lilies. That is our theme for the day today. On the left, we have our home space, which is card 35, the anchor. And on our right, we have in the workspace the scythe, which is card 10. Now, these references here are for the relationship that you can use with the regular playing deck. Okay, so this one is I think it's the king, but I'm not quite sure of the symbolism here. I think that one might be the king, and this one is the jack. So it's the king of spades, the 9 of spades, and the jack of diamonds. Maybe that's what they are. I'd have to look it up on one of the other decks. Excuse me. Or look it up on Google. Google. Google was the old reference we used to use. Now we're using the AI like ChatGPT or something similar a lot more now rather than just the Google, but I still Google. It's in the browser, whatever the browsers use. Now let's zoom into those so that we can see them more clearly because they are a small card. And if you see in the hand on the back of these cards how big they are. So they're quite a nice, not miniature, but they are a small card to handle and manage. And I love the back of the cards. Now the next card that's on top of that was, the young man. There we go. That may have been in the reading, but not, because it's not. Now let me just straighten the table. Okay, now let me see if there's any further comments there. And Sharon, good morning, Roz and Fiona and everyone else who is here. Did you enjoy your Halloween evening, Shaz, last night? Because I know your decorations looked superb. And I dare say you did have some fun. Okies. Here we have the lilies from this deck. I'm going to actually use the guidebook this time because of the nuance that each author or creator of a deck may like to see in their expression of interpretation. I like to read it a little from some of these more unused that I haven't become ultra familiar with, okay? So I'm going to pop up Fiona's numerology. So we have a day number of 3. When you bring in all of those numbers, it's a 3, yay. And all of the numbers on the cards are 9, sorry. So when you add up the 30, 13, 35, 9, 10, 11, it all adds up to 9. which is the multiples of threes again, which I absolutely love. Good one. I love that. Thank you. And of course, good morning, Sharon from Fiona. And Sharon saying, it was busy and I frightened lots of children. That's the thing, I'm not quite sure why there is the need to frighten children. I don't do the Halloween. Anyway, I do understand a little more some of the meaning of it. There, that's a bit straighter, isn't it? Okay, here we are with the lilies. And I'll pick up the guidebook and look for card 30 in the guidebook. Each person's guidance, each creator's guidance is a little different in these books too. So in an exquisite blue Mediterranean tile planter, so this is a planter, not a creek. And initially I thought it was the water that the lilies were actually in, but it's not. It's a tile planter. And probably why we really need to look at the guidebook that comes with them just to get the gist of what the author's interpretation is. Okay, so in this exquisite blue Mediterranean tile planter, a group of heavenly, delicate white lilies are shown swaying gracefully in a light, cool breeze. So in a reading, now there is, I'll just show you the book again because some of you may not, there are some quotes there. There's Sadi, have patience, all things are difficult before they become easy. Jean-Jacques Rousseau, patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet. Thich Nhat Hanh, now I don't know if I'm pronouncing any of these correctly, but I'll give it a go. Every breath we take, every step we make can be filled with peace, joy, and serenity. Okay, so those three quotes are there. It's a bit easier to show it to you. When I see the lilies pop up, now this is how Rana's phrased how she interprets. So when she's using first person, so and I'm being authorish. Sorry. When I see the lilies pop up, I feel a stretch of time. Either something needs time or a situation needing lots of patience and wisdom in dealing with it. So this is our theme, remember. So the lily also talks about our aunts, uncles, grandparents and people with revere and respect for their expertise, knowledge or skill. So it's time and wisdom. Depending on the context, the lily's card can also be expressing the feelings of serenity and contentment. It is the maturity, mastery, respect, honesty, and purity card. And isn't that absolutely beautiful? So, just a nice little explanation of the artwork there. Can you see that part? Just that, Rana George Lenormand lilies. So my great-grandmother had a big planter with these designs, but I do not remember what was planted in it. Kelly gave me 7 beautiful open white lilies. Every time I see this card, I remember myself at 3 or 4 years old being on that terrace. Isn't that beautiful to have your memories placed within a set of cards? And that's how the artwork is obviously being created with some of those memories. They are beautiful lilies, so it is that peace, patience, the wisdom of those who've gone before us, and how we can bring that into our day to day. Okay, so that's what that's for in this one. Now, let's go on with, right, Sharon, I'll start your little thing here. So last night for you, it was busy and I was frightened lots of children. They loved the Reaper and the big spider. No zombies here, just witches. And the children were so excited and costumes were great. So polite, and manners and grateful appreciation was shown. Isn't that lovely? It is a different way of socialising your children, isn't it? Take them out on Halloween evening. Anyway, we'll continue onward into our home space with the anchor. So card 35 being that anchor. And what we have, I can almost see a face there in that monolith of a rock there. Very interesting. Very interesting. So the anchor. This painting takes me back to when my dad used to get me up so early to take me with him fishing. I remember feeling so grossed out when my feet would touch those algae-covered green rocks. I wouldn't do any fishing at all. I'd just hang back and complain. He soon gave up on me, but let me be and went fishing alone. Okay. Oh, what sad. In a way, a bit sad, isn't it? Because she didn't take her dad there. Oh, that's the fish. Oh, hang on. That was the Oh, dearie, dearie, dearie. Sorry about that. I just read the explanation. I just read the artwork for the fish. Why? How that was made. Oops. Let me start now with the anchor card 35. We've got the anchor. That big rock still looks like it's got a face in it, ish. Now, the anchor, a seriously heavy piece of iron on a Mediterranean shore. This anchor is ready to prevent any drifting. It will weigh anyone or anything down into a stable and immovable position. Okay, and there we have the quote, Perseverance, secret of all triumphs, Victor Hugo. Okay, oh, there's more sitting over the other side as well. So, oh, look, I will hold that up so you've got a bit of a difference for the day today. We should not moor a ship with one anchor or our life with one hope, Epictetus. I don't stop when I'm tired, I stop when I'm done. And that's a James Bond quote. I don't know if I've watched that movie particularly or not. So, inner reading. Inner reading, the anchor brings weight and holds things down or in place. It brings stability, dependability, and that comforting feeling of things remaining unchanging. Combined with positive cards, the anchor brings a feeling of constant reliability, devotion, and that solid, deep rooted feeling of security. So, we do have positive cards here. So, I'm not even going to read the negative one that is there. The anchor is the determination and the perseverance card. Okay, so that's what we've got there. And no description. Oh, yes, it does. It's over the page. The Rana George Lenormand anchor is this anchor is lying on the beautiful Mediterranean shore with the backdrop of the rocks of Rouache, the main attraction and natural anchor of my city, Beirut. I used to run by these rocks, sit by them, and try to get as close to them as possible. I still insist on going there and sitting in the cafes overlooking those rocks every time I go back to visit. Those rocks are the first thing you see from the plane before landing in Beirut Airport, and the only thing that has not changed for me in any way since my childhood there. So there we go. So we discover a little more of Rana George and her life, her childhood, how these cards have been used in some way to mention some of her life and the connection she felt with it. The same as, like, that's in the home space, so that sense of security, and what we've got is the anchor. So now moving into the workspace and card 10 with the scythe, it really does feel a bit more like work because the scythe is a working tool. And you've got to physically use it yourself. It's not mechanised. Okay, a dangerous sharp-edged scythe. Oops, I haven't checked the comments again, have I? No more, that's good. A dangerous sharp-edged scythe leans on the terrace step wall. We can see the last zigzag clearing made by its swift action, because for a scythe to work well, you do need to be fast, so it cuts well. Okay, and here are the two quotes, only two this time. Nicola Machiavelli, never was anything great achieved without danger. And from Victor Hugo, concision in style, precision in thought, decision in life. Lots of isions there, isn't it? So the scythe is a sharp ending, a strong excuse me, I'm going to have a sip of my coffee. Or rather a gulp. That's all right. The scythe is a sharp ending, a strong decisive action, a clean cut, a clearing of some sort, a severing or a complete separation. It can sometimes come up as a warning of danger or accidents. So it describes any type of surgery or procedure or any work using sharp, precise objects. This card can also be talking about a sharp tool, needles, thorns, or a simple splinter. The scythe is the precision card. Okay, so the Rana George Lenormand scythe, it's starting to get tongue-tied. This is the description of cards. So on the weekends, my parents used to take us to the countryside for big family picnics. In the countryside were terraced steps up the sides of the mountain for agriculture. We used to climb that mountain using those short stone walls and jump from one to next. My knees still bear some of the scars I got falling on and off of these walls. So isn't that amazing? The memories that we can bring into our lives again by the legacy of creating a Lenormand deck, the cards being put into place with these gorgeous artworks that are created by Carrie. So with the scythe, it is that work that's needing to be done in a workspace. So we're going to need to be precise, get into action and put things directly into place in how we need them to work, because we are the ones who are at the handle for this scythe. I think really as well, it's knowing and trusting that others, if it's a harvesting, it's knowing and trusting that others who are our co-workers or those who we collaborate with in business have done their work well and we've been able to harvest well. Or it could be that time for just cutting back and weeding in preparation for the next season. It's all of that type of thing, that there is work to do, so let's get into it. Okay, now I saw some comments popping up. So Fiona, you've done the numerology in one of the other pages. So there's the day number again, the 3, and here we have the cards numbered to 9. They come back to 9. Thank you so much for doing that in a different way. Thank you. So with this beautiful, the guidance that we get from the books of the creators, it does, we're not relying on someone else's interpretation all the time. What we are doing is gauging what the significance of the cards mean for the creator. In this instance, Rana George has described them in each of her interpretations for the cards. And it brings us to that which is our own interpretations of what an anchor may mean for us, a lily may mean for us, and a scythe. So in the respect of how I've placed the meanings for the cards being that central theme and the home space and the workspace, that we can feel that sense, and I'm just summing this one up, we can feel that sense of peace and longevity from our ancestors, as it mentions from the grandmothers and grandfathers, and the wisdoms that come through of the what has been our traditions or our learnings and teachings from our parents, our grandparents, great-grandparents, aunties, uncles, all of that is in that lineage of ancestry. So we're having that as our theme. That's the base of our day today, is that peace and calm and bringing into space and place that will give us the time to be thinking wisely as we're moving into our home space and around our home space, to feel that ground, because most of this is what, most of our home space is from those traditions and ancestry. And a lot of that took a lot of work as it built our home and our families and that lineage, that it does take a lot of work, and we do still need to, in this world, earn our income. So here we are getting to work and continuing to support and supply for our family, nourish and all of that it takes to be family. And it comes back really to why we do our work. It's for the loving energy we can share with our family by supplying our home, our food and shelter and all of that. Okay? And it does come down to that is bringing from tradition, yes, but it is that way of being that we bring that loving peace and energy into our lives in a steady and stable way. Okay, that's what I'm feeling from the interpretations for today. And for you, each one of you will add to that what those cards mean for you. And you know what your life experience is right now and what else is happening in your life today. Okay, so trust what you're able to gain from that as far as your inner wisdom and putting it into action, hence the scythe. So thank you so much for joining me today and listening to some of my little ramblings, but different ways. Just take a set of cards if you like, a particular set of cards. Pull out even one for your guidance every day. And, trust your inner self as to what you are seeing or seeing, hearing, using all of the senses as you're moving through your day and your connection with your spirit guides. Okay? And thank you, Fiona. We've got a message here that's wonderful. Thank you, Ros Gurley. Happy Saturday, and Sharon Gurley and others on the side of the globe and all around the world a good afternoon or a good evening. Ashe, ashe, ashe. And I definitely connect with the cards today. Thank you, ancestors. Unconditional love. Yes, it is, isn't it? Absolutely. Keep being the best you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.